see what Arizona does. To the air, it's Fafita. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed... They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. The short hands, it's Benson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Moore to the air. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Leaves it with the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the back. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Throws it back across his just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Whittington. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Ducks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's when the offense would love to have that. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Off play action. Here comes the heat. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice.
Oh, he's got some space. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Quarterback run game gives you numbers, but the Ducks always seem to have a guy who can really hurt you with his leg.
And they've always been smart to use those numbers to their advantage. Oregon football, when I think about them, I think about running quarterbacks. I think about them being one of the first ones to be willing to run the quarterback consistently. I would do it too. It gives you that advantage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Running to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out.
Breaks away in the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Stanford. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Moore to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's caught. He's loose. The tag. Touchdown, Ducks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Got his man on the right.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
You want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Fafita. Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burnett. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Motion from the back. Moore will throw. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Flags it. Touchdown, Oregon. And that one will put him up here in the second half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big dividend.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
Working that left side now. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. A little screen to the running back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with the score.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
These fans rate, sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that stuff a little bit.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
Caught behind the line. It's Whittington. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4. The Ducks send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TF.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Holds and fires complete. Turns it on midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here on the fourth. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, And the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really.
There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Give as they work on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Moore to the air. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid tackle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion?
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
He'll pitch it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gets it past the marker. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. It's complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go back to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wildcats! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run off the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Green. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. That's caught. It's Patterson. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Plows through the defense. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Craig. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Arizona in a hurry. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He'll try to do it himself. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score this time.